Good morning, traders, and this is your DAX daily review. Now, this is quite an interesting setup for me anyway. We've had how many days here of growth? If you look at all these days, which have actually been green days with a very strong uptrend, and now we've ended up with a hanging man. And this hanging man, what makes it very interesting for me is it's coming off sorts of a level. Okay, so looking at the weekly, you can see here was a weekly level here, and we've used it once there, and we're all over it here, and we're pretty much on that level again. Oscillator is tired, saying we're extremely overbought, and I think there would have been a measured move here, but I think that has played out now pretty much. There it is there. Okay, so this is a very interesting area for me right now. So there's a lot of confusion going on. You can see inside bar, continuation. I was looking for another long, and I'll keep looking for longs until we cross over the alligator here on the 4 hour. So the trend is up as far as I'm concerned, and we're looking for long entries. The buyers that step in here, the only concern I've got is that it wasn't quite off any of the levels that I was expecting. So we turned pretty much in the middle of nowhere. We picked up on that inside tail. No, we didn't even pick that up. Short on that level as well. Normally when this happens, there's a lot of confusion. So we break down to the hour, and you'll see there was a level, there's a level. I'm just going to take this one, and there's an area there. So where we actually turned was pretty much in the middle of nowhere. So there was nothing, there's no tail, inside tail, to actually indicate that we were turning. Okay, but the other thing that I'm a little bit wary of was we had this area here. Okay, now what this could be is a flat bottom triangle breakout. So a breakout and retest. But these pin bars on the 4 hour and on the hour are throwing me off a little bit. I think what you've got to look at here is high, lower high, lower high, lower high. Okay, so long as we stay below, well, it's not quite a fractal at the moment, so this is the fractal we should be looking at. Okay, this is indicating it's a fractal because we've got a nonsense bar here, but there's only 2 here, so we need 3 to form a fractal. So anyway, that's your fractal, and I think the easiest way again is going to be on the half hour. Delete that one. And you can see, I mean, this was pretty much what my entry was here. It's it pretty much got me, well, I stopped myself out when I saw this bar break through here like that. Anyway, so if you look at the half hour, we fell far away from the alligator, then immediately the buyer stepped in and drove price back up. Okay, but this is ended up with as a hanging man, and hanging men are not patterns that you're looking for, because what you need now is you need a confirmation on the daily, and that's going to give you confirmation for a turn down. If you look at your oscillator here, it was in a buying zone, the buyer stepped in, we're now in a selling zone. Okay, but momentum is dead. Most of yesterday, apart from this little thing here, momentum is dead. Okay, so I think for me at this stage, these two fractals are very far apart. So what are we talking about here? 70 points. So I suspect more of the same, to be honest with you. If we do break above this fractal, put it there. If we do break above 12,320, then what I'm looking for is a retest of that before getting long. We are above the alligator again, So we could come down to this area and bounce, or we could just keep bouncing through the alligator, sort of bouncing off this level, come down and test this area again. And then the other thing is, we pretty much, we don't have any other patterns forming. Okay. So for me today on the DAX is probably sit on my hands, to be honest. Don't like what's happened here. We could get a move to the downside. So something to watch out for. Whether it finds some support here at 12.89, or if it comes down to the bottom here of the 12.240, and that 12.289, 12.240, and then I would expect it to find some sort of support somewhere in this zone. And this is also a good area for support at 12.200. Anyway, I think a short, if I was to have a bias, it would be to the short side, but that's going to be purely off this trend line, and it's not something that I'd like to bet too much money on. So I think for me at the moment, I am going to just wait and see what happens. If we do break this trend to the upside, I'm going to treat it as a solid move up, consolidation, second move to the upside. If we don't get above this fractal up here of 12.320, then I'm looking for a move down, but there's a lot of support that could be picked up. So I think that's kind of where I am with this at the moment. A little bit very confused. So normally when that happens, if I don't see a decent setup, I'll sit on the sidelines for this one, which is more than likely what I'm going to do. There is a fractal break here, but doesn't count. So I don't have a fractal to the downside on even the lower time frames that I need to pay attention to. So there's my bottom fractal, there's my top fractal. So very difficult to call it. Okay, so we are above the alligator on most from the hour down. So your logic is saying that we're probably going to break through this trend line to the upside. But I'd want to see a break above 12.320 before committing to that long. And then I've got an entry. I've got an area here for a stop, which is there, and that's going to be 12.300. Okay, that's a nice 20-point stop loss. That's acceptable. I suppose if we do break below 12.300 or 12.310, you can expect more downside, but there's quite a strong amount of buyers that stepped in halfway through the session yesterday. So 50-50 call for me right now. The only fractal break that I can see is going to work out is 12.320 to the upside. Otherwise, technically, you need to wait for this one. But you could try your hand at breaking 12.308 and put your stop up there for a short. But that, to me, is not a valid entry. There's no fractal here. We've only got 2 to the left, 3 to the right. So there's no fractal here at the moment. Okay. So I think for the DAX, probably sit on the side, not going to bother with this unless we do break to the upside, then I'll take the long. Okay, anyway, that's it for me today. Hope it helps, and I'll catch you later. Cheers for now.